Sure, we're excited to move on. I don't know that it was consistently good volleyball on our side, but there was moments tonight where we really played well, and we played well enough in each set, I think, to have the success we wanted. But proud of these two right here. Did a nice job. Took a lot of swings tonight, and defensively, I thought we picked it up as it went. So I know Belmont's had a great year. Belmont. I know Samford. Belmont was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Samford's had a great year, and good friends with Coach, and I know he's brought them along and done some good things. So we're excited about moving on.
Coach, it was a little different look for you tonight in the starting lineup. Seems like some of the more experience with Shield and Montero. Was that intentional or?
That's the way we've been starting pretty much. And then we see kind of how that goes, and we need a little more middle in the offensive out of our middles. So Zoe gives us that spark. So we feel really good about both of them. Cheadle sometimes defensively gives us a little bit better look, but then Zoe can give us a little bit of spark offensively. So things were a little bit stale, a little flat. So Addie always energizes, does a nice job, and so does Zoe.
How difficult was it not being able to use a challenge?
The officials were awesome, so we didn't need to. But I didn't really see anything that maybe there was an inline call or two. But I think in the match before us, there were some times I wish they wish they might have had it. But I thought it was a clean match as far as that goes. There's really nothing to concern ourselves with the officiating. It was just our ability to maintain our energy and our execution for a little bit longer period of time.
You just played in the Creighton match over in Omaha. How excited are you to get that matchup next week tomorrow?
I'm really excited. I just try not to think too much and just go out there and play.
Madison was kind of close in that third set there. Things kind of loosened up after that.
Oh, for sure. I think we all got really excited that we got a free ball kill, and that made everybody energized and ready to go.
Jade, on that play, what'd you see?
I didn't even do that. But I'm going to get happy off any kill, so yeah.
Jade, it was your first time playing in person. Were you nervous?
I was nervous in the beginning, but Cheeto talked to me and got the nerves out. And I started off kind of nervous in the game, but after a couple kills, I let it go. It was fine.
You've improved a lot, obviously, during the course of the season. When did it start kicking in for you?
I think it started kicking in when I got more comfortable in practice. Probably around towards the beginning of the conference. I think that's when I started getting more comfortable with Lenny say and stuff, the chemistry got better and stuff like that. I think that's when.
Madison, how big is it to have somebody like Jada come on this strong this late?
Yeah, it's awesome. I know that we can always count on her for anything, and she's getting really, really well, and she's listening to people a lot, and so she takes advice really well, and she hits the places that we tell her to hit, and she has become a great player, and I'm really excited to play next to her.
Madison, talk about getting the confidence for the first one under your belt. You got one down. Talk about the confidence you bring from that team.
Yeah, I think we're just ready to play Creighton. They were a great team, and I think that it was nice to go 3-0, but they were an awesome team, and I just think we're excited to go into Creighton at home. So.
I was going to ask you about that match. I think that was the laptop match.
Oh yeah, where Nice crushed the laptop. Yeah.
What else do you remember about that match?
It was 5 sets. They're a really, really strong team. I think we just have to play well on our side and keep the energy up because they bring a lot of energy to their court. And I think that being at home is an advantage for us, but we have to keep it on our side too and just be communicating all the time and not let anything lose focus.
Are there any other questions for student athletes?
Jada, how much more fun does it become when it clicks in for you? Early in the year, it must have been kind of stressful.
Yeah, I was really nervous at the beginning of the year because I didn't play outside and outside a big role to play, but it's nothing but fun now. And I try not to think too much about stuff, and it just helps me a lot doing that, just playing.
Madison, what do you think of just as a whole the team's composure tonight?
I think we held our composure pretty well. We didn't get too anxious or too mad at each other. Most teams, we normally just bring it back on our side and we're it's okay. We've got it under control. It's just our side that we need to focus on. and not let what they're doing affect our play.
And they picked up the intensity on the defensive end. But yes, Jada Burks has been great tonight. Making another might be a dances battle. Creighton is bringing some moves, and look at the Jayhawks.
I'm looking forward to hearing this one, see what she said.
Second set, we were 22,
21. Yeah, we called timeout.
We had 22.
Yes.
I honestly, I don't remember. They called so many timeouts, I don't remember. They called timeouts like back-to-back points, so I don't.
I said get to 25 first. Let's go. Hurry up. Yeah.
What did you say?
He always say play Kansas volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only thing
I just thought at that point we were disinterested. We didn't look like we were totally engaged.
That's true.
We had a good lead early in that set, and we could have really put pressure on them, and we let them back in. And that was probably the most disappointing I was during the match tonight. Was, that set came into doubt, and it was in the balance, and there was no reason for that. And if we want to play, I said, hey, we gotta compete like we want to beat Creighton and beyond. So let's compete like that. And they responded well.
Can you get away with that kind of stretch tomorrow?
Not to win a set, no. I mean, we can, but we'll be playing a long time because, as you saw, that was a high-level volleyball match, the one before ours.
And then come down, watch as Sheila sees her number 10 comes down, and then
Up
awareness
2-0,
is a
then
little
they both went to 5. This one you get up 2-0, then you get down the big lead for Samford in the third. When you come back in that, how nice was it that you don't have to play 4-5?
Talking to us. That was very nice. Get a little rest, extra rest before
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we've been talking a lot about why play 4 when you can play 3.
Yeah.
Because we have a big effort tomorrow night. So.
Sheila sees her number 10 comes down, and then awareness to be able to
How hard is the back-to-back nights preparing Jada and Madison, preparing for back-to-back games?
I don't think it'll be hard.
Yeah,
I like them. I think it'll we'll have more momentum.
I think
Like
so.
going into tomorrow, like we're all excited. I don't think it'll be hard at all.
And it helps that it was 3 sets instead of
Yeah.
5. But I think we made it easier on ourselves by finishing it in 3, so that we're able to come out with the most energy tomorrow.
Take this.
She wanted to know if she could have the water. That's awesome, freshman right there. Yeah, I mean, I don't care how long you've been into it or what your seed is or how experienced you are. The NCAA tournament just feels different, as you know. And this team they're human and they're great student athletes, but at the same time, it just feels different. This is an elimination game, and those all feel different. And I thought when we needed to step it up at the key times, we did, but that level will have to be consistent tomorrow night to have the type of result we want. I think last year's result was similar to this one. When we played Furman, okay, and we played Samford tonight, same conference. I thought Samford came in with a great game plan and attacked us on the pins. And I just think our team will understand that tomorrow night is a big-time opponent. It'll be very similar to some of the better teams we played in the Big 12. So we'll be ready.
As a coach, what is it like to prepare for back-to-back tournament games?
Well, we had to obviously pay attention to Samford, and most of our scouts been them. But there were some little things, whether the team knew it or not, that we were throwing in this week during practice that had a little UNI and Creighton flavor to it. But they watched him tonight, and it'll be which team executes the best and plays true to who they are, not worrying about. Obviously, there's keys to the other side, but you got to play true to who you are. And if we do that, we give ourselves a chance.
You talked about before the match a lot how it might be nice to have this play game where you don't have to worry about Zoe Hill with the kill. The Jayhawks are on to the second round.
Yeah, I think it was different, but now we're in the NCAA tournament, so there's a certain level of anxiety and pressure there. But I told the team, right after we finished, hey, there's 32 left now, and we're one of them. And when you think it in that context, it begins to add meaning to what you're trying to do. And we're going to give everything we can, obviously, tomorrow night to try to get to the round of 16.
Coach, Jada played pretty well despite it being her first postseason action. What do you think of her composure?
She had 14 kills. She only had 3 errors, 32 swings. I thought she had a lot of great touches from a blocking standpoint. She's making more volleyball plays, not just plays of being an athlete. And I think the light came on. That was a great question. I think the light came on for her, about 6 weeks ago when she said, I belong out here. I'm a good enough volleyball player. And that was a good, obviously, a great NCAA debut for her.
Kansas advances. Zoe Hill with the kill. The Jayhawks are on to the second round.
We lost Dockery, and we needed who were we going to plug in there to fill that role. And Jada's done that admirably. Now we got to get Cheadle and Zoe. Between those two, we got to get a little more offense out of our middles to commit to that balance. We only set Payne 14 times tonight, which was 4th most, and that wasn't by design. That means we weren't passing the ball as well as we'd like to. So that needs to settle down too for us a little bit, the pass and serve game.
What did Jada have to do to earn your trust to put her in?
Well, I think it was a matter of, okay, you can attack and score, but can you make the volleyball, I don't know, you can call them IQ plays if you want, where you come off the net and you have to make a quick reaction, or you get a sense for what's going to happen in the rally. And that just takes time, Tom, to mature through practice situations. This is a new position for her in club and high school. I mean, she played on the right side, which we have a pretty good player on the right side in Kelsey Payne. So everybody said, hey, I don't know if Jada can make that switch or not. And we saw it, like I said, about the start of the Big 12, we thought, wow, we think she could be not only good, we think she can be great. And she's now not just blocking and attacking, she's making other plays within rallies that gives us a chance to be a good team.
Was that backwards hit she had?
She can say all she wants on that. That was luck. Yeah, open space on the floor. She went up like she was going to attack, and it was a little bit out of system, so she sent it over to a good spot, and then she acted like she meant to do that, which is fun. She's a fun kid. The players love her, and she's got a great spirit about her, and we're excited to have her for the next 4 years. Seemed like it, yeah. And that got us back in that set too, and we started digging a little bit, transitioning, and they hit 378 in the second set. We talked about that at the break. That was not acceptable. So we got that average back down a little bit. Well, we were hoping that we could manage her, but then, which we did, 114. But then number 9 gets away from us. Has 15 kills, hits 387, and Creighton's got 3 really good pin players. So we're going to have to be consistently good throughout. We can't key on one kid, but certainly 7 was one of their keys. 8 was one of their keys too, and I think we did a good job on her too. Decent.
What do you think of the way your team started that third set?
Got a little stubborn. Probably should have called timeout. And as a coach, that's not a good thing to be, stubborn when you should call a timeout. But they knew that they needed to work through it, and we left them out there, and you end up winning at 25-17. So it must have been a pretty good finish, because I think we were down maybe 10-5 or something like that. So maybe a little bit of that momentum will carry into tomorrow.
Is there anything that sticks out in your mind about that first matchup with Creighton in September? That was one of those 5-set matches.
Yeah, it was 2.5 hours, and it was just like you had like pulling teeth to score a point. Both teams were defensively, and you felt like you were at the dentist for a couple hours. But that was before Jada Burse. Rigdon, I think, had a huge match. But we'll be a little bit more balanced, but they are much improved also. So I think it'll be a great match tomorrow.
Take a couple final questions for Coach.
What's your game plan gonna look like tomorrow? Are you gonna do a lot of game plan, or?
Yeah, we'll gather. I mean, we won't jump a lot tomorrow, but we'll have to run through their rotations, figure out what we're going to do with 5, figure out what we're going to do with 12 and 9, and and the rest of them. Their setter's a little more active, attacking wise, so that adds to the agenda. But we had already scouted them pretty in depth, along with you and I. But we'll spend some time tomorrow trying to get our team. It's a little different tempo too. It's a little faster, so we'll create some opportunities to get some reads on what's going on.
Have you seen anything different in film between when you last played them and now?
Creighton's playing faster, and that's a big deal. Playing flatter to the pins, and that just doesn't allow your block to set up quite as readily. And that's if the setter is in system and has a good pass. So we got to make that setter move a little bit and try to slow him down.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Hey, thanks everybody. You bet.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, we have Samford head coach Taylor Chan, student athletes Maddie Newsom and Erica Piper. Coach, if you'll start with opening statement, please.
It was a privilege for us to be here, and we're excited to represent Samford in the Southern Conference. And the only disappointing thing is that it ended. You know, we played a worthy opponent. Kansas is a great team on their home court, and I'm proud of this group of young women and the growth that they've shown this whole entire year.
Coach, are you expecting Jada Burris to have the game that she had today?
That's a trick question. Yeah, I mean she's a talented athlete. You know, I think at this level, you know, when you're talking the best teams in the nation, you know, any athlete's able to take over a match. So she had a wonderful match. She really made a big difference for Kansas tonight.
If we could please go ahead with questions for student athletes first. Thank you.
Maddie, when you guys were coming back in that second set, did you feel like maybe this is your night? It's going to be a huge upset?
Well, we went into the match having a confidence that, you know, we worked hard to get to this position, and we were excited for the opportunity to play Kansas. And we were talking a lot about, you know, feeling between being the hunter and the hunted, and really taking on that offensive role during this match. And there were definitely moments, and that was one that you just pointed out, where we felt like we were the hunter and we were executing and wanting to control the match.
Erica, you had 21 assists on the night. What were you seeing from that Kansas front defense?
I was seeing a bunch of blocks. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of my passers and pretty proud of the service receive that we had tonight. I don't think offense works without defense behind it or a good service receive behind it. So I'm pretty proud of our team. They all came to show up tonight, so it made my job a lot easier.
How did you kind of game plan around them locking in on Aaron?
We knew going into it that they were going to kind of camp out on Erin. You know, she's our main hitter, and she's had an incredible season for us this year. I think, too, is just, like, we have to out-execute sometimes. It's not just about, like, scheming out everything. I think it just, when it comes down to it, it comes down to execution. And I think Erin had an incredible night tonight. So did the Kansas hitters. And I think that we've managed to find a couple of gaps within the offense, but I mean, when it came down to it, it was just execution.
Anything else for the ladies? Ladies, thank you very much. You're excused to go.
Thank you.
Oh, I get grilled now, huh? It's all on me. Someone's phone? Is this someone's phone? Oh, is this recording?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You kind of elaborate on what Erica said about the game plan with Aaron.
I mean, at this level, you're going to scheme out certain players, like we were scheming out Payne, and we did the best we could with her. And I thought Kansas just, they had their best blockers against Aaron, and they had some physical kids. And Aaron, I didn't think she scored as efficiently as she typically does, but she took some big swings, and, at the end of the day, it comes down to really, the match was won on the serve and the pass. It was on first contact. And it's a very big coaching cliche, but it was very true. If you look, the stats kind of tell you, we had 5 reception errors and Kansas had 1, but between those lines, they passed a little better. They handled some situations a little better than we did, and they were able to score those points in transition, and that's what was the difference in the match.
As a coach, you try to identify weaknesses in other teams and go after them. Is that hard to do with Kansas?
No, they definitely have some. I mean, they do. As they move on the tournament, they're going to get exposed. And I think we did the best we could with what we had. But I think that they have some serve reception issues, and I think that they have some middle hitter issues that'll become pretty glaring when they get to some teams that can really exploit them. But Kansas is very talented. They very much are. But they definitely have some things that you can pick on, and we just couldn't do it well enough tonight.
Any other questions for Coach?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Bulldogs.